Welcome in. It is the local and community issues and answers right here on WVTN Television, WVCT 91.5 FM Gospel Radio. We're so glad to have with us today in the studio Mr. Bob Ellison from the London DAV. Good to see you, Mr. Bob.
Thank you this morning.
Give us a brief history and tell us about the DAV.
Okay, the DAV, which is the Disabled American Veterans, was actually started back in 1909 by Dr. Richard Marks.
Okay.
At that time, it was called the Disabled Veterans of World War I.
Right.
Because during World War I, after World War I, most people were farmers and had no type of support when they came back.
Right.
So he started this organization, and in 1932, we became chartered and became known as the Disabled American Veterans, and we've been around ever since.
Very good, very good. Now, there are a lot of disabled Americans, veterans out there that may not know that your services and how that they can get a hold of you and things like that.
That's the one issue that we've been having a problem with for years. We are a service-oriented organization.
Right.
We don't party. We don't talk war stories. We are strictly service.
Service.
That's just what we do. Our primary function, Constitution and bylaws, that's what we do. We are service-oriented. We have experience, integrity, professional. We have service officers all around. I am a state service officer for the Disabled American Veterans and have been for around 28 years.
Wonderful. Now, how can people like disabled vets, how can they get involved in your services or even become a member of the DAV?
To get involved in our services is real easy. I have an office in London. My office phone number is 877-1308. My home phone number is 862-0032. And I am up there every Tuesday to file claims for any veteran. Do not have to be a member of the DAV. You can be anybody. What we were concentrating right now on are Iraqi veterans and Afghanistan veterans, because there are a lot of issues with them, the same there was with the Vietnam veterans.
Right.
When we came back, and we are trying to help them
Get their
progress
claims.
smoothly.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people don't realize that they can, get their claims and things about their claims. Explain a little bit of that to us. What is the claims that they claim on?
A claim, there's two types of claim. One is a service-connected disability claim. A service-connected disability claim is a claim for anything that occurred in the military on active duty, whether it would be a combat injury, it could be any injury.
Right.
I've got people that has had car accidents or not drawn compensation from that because they were on active duty. I have people who have just skin disorders,
Right.
nerve disorders, of course combat injuries, a lot of combat injuries. So anything that happened during the service that was not negligent, were you done willful
Right.
misconduct, can be claimed as a service-connected disability. The other claim is a non-service-connected pension, and what it basically is for wartime veterans, which means you have to have 1 day of wartime service, and your income has to be below the VA national guidelines. And it's basically an income for people that have no income.
Exactly. What is the process of this? They just come in and talk to you and give you all their information, or how does that work?
I like people to come in and talk to me so I can get to know them. A claim will take around 45 minutes because I'm kind of a talker when I get to talking to somebody, because I want to make sure that what I'm doing for them is the right thing.
Exactly.
I don't want no misunderstandings, because a lot of veterans will come in, they do not know what they're asking for.
Right.
They don't know the process. A lot of people have a misunderstanding you have to be a member of the DAV, which you don't. We'd love to have you as members, but you don't have to be a member.
That's very good. And you know, for the ones that's watching right now by the way of TV or listening by the way of radio, that's why we have designated this program, the Local and Community Issues and Answers, to get the answers out to the community. You know, we're trying to help the community, and this is a total free service, and that's why we've invited you today, because there's a lot of people, a lot of dependents that don't even know that they could be a dependent.
They don't realize, they don't understand. A misconception a lot of people have is that they had to be in a combat zone, have to have a combat injury to receive anything from the VA. That's not true.
Right.
And I run into it all the time. And that's why we are trying our best to get the word out and spread out to people, because they do not know, they don't understand the military. And I mean, I was in the military for 6 years, so, but they do not explain to a soldier as they're being discharged what all their benefits are. So when they get out, they don't know anything.